Okay, I just had to make a video on this. On Roblox, there's this group called the Depression and Anxiety Squad, and there's another one called the I Am Autistic, I think. It's about like people with mental illnesses and stuff. And I joined those groups because, I am going through a hard time mentally too. That's why I'm not really posting often, even though no one watches my videos. But I had to make a video on this. So there's this guy called bigfatman28482. If you see him anywhere, report him. Report his ass. So he gets freaking banned. Like, get it to the point where he's IP banned. Like, and he says he'll just make another account and go in these groups and bully people. So he joins these groups for mentally ill people just to harass them, and he's sending death threats. He's telling people to kill themselves. It's like he has a murder fetish or something because he's constantly writing down his fantasies about killing people. I don't know what his problem is, but he goes on these groups just to bully people and tell people like to end their lives. And like, these people are literally on the verge of ending their lives. They're depressed. They have other mental problems. Like, that's why we come together and we talked about our problems and stuff like that. And I did too. And so I'll show you where it's all started. And I tried responding, but it hasn't done much. This guy will not go down. Like, he doesn't even care if he goes to jail. Like, I don't know. And like, literally every sentence he makes, he says LMAO in all caps and then a bunch of bullshit. And so this is crap. And there's this guy named I'm Sure, I don't know if that's a guy or not, but it's I'm Sure 88, and he's helped a lot. He's makes really good comebacks and stuff. But anyone who's watching this, if you see Big Fat Man, all the numbers I said after that, please report him. And any account that is harassing people in groups, especially mentally ill, please report them. Like, do the right thing. I know Roblox doesn't really pay attention to the reports or any of that, but maybe if we work hard on this and we make as many reports as we can, maybe they'll notice and they'll ban his ass. Maybe IP ban him. They should do that because he says he'll just make another account. So I don't know if that's short. Let me go to the first one that the Big Fat Man said. Hold on, let me scroll up a little bit. So, okay, that's crazy. Ha ha! Hashtag, have depression, ha! Isn't really just begging for attention, ha! To us, and, I'm Short responded, and, anyways. So, and then what they said next is, LMAO! I just joined a troll. You just assumed I was autistic, which is offensive to actual autistics, and everyone does do it for attention. Oh my gosh. And then they said, LMAO, report me. You were all doing it for attention. Just end it already. You aren't worth anything. See? He's telling people to kill themselves. Like, that's not a fucking joke. He's joining here on these groups just to troll and tell people to kill themselves. Like, that is way too far. I mean, trolling is something that is supposed to be just funny, a joke, you know? Telling people to end their lives is not a fucking joke. Report them, please. You aren't worth anything. No one would even miss you, and you know it, so why are you all still here? You won't complain about depression on Roblox, a children's game. You expect so much sympathy to be thrown at you. Just end it. Nobody would care. Please, end it. So this guy has a murder fetish, I think, and you're about to see some of that. And my friend DarkPug87 is trying to reason with them. And then Big Fat Man comes back and says, LMAO, a cry not worth anyone's time. If you really have depression, and I assumed he said end your life or something like that. Problem solved. End it. And we're trying to reason with him, and then he says, LMAO, LMAO, I think words hurt, and that's why I'm doing this. And honestly, I couldn't care about the LGBTQ people, which is obviously really rude. LMAO! What a sob story. Am I supposed to feel bad? LMAO, if you ruin your life, then just end it and problem solved. And then then he loses his shit, and Darkpug says, go to flipping hell. Because let's be honest, people like these, hell is a place for them. Like, this is where they hang out. I bet he probably has a crush on Donald Trump and Hitler and all those bad people. LMAO, I already know I'm going to hell, but they'll roll out the red carpet for me. LMAO, are you really that ignorant? It's a sob story, and it can be a sad story. It could both. Search what sob story is, and you'll find out and write. Like, this guy has, like, no sense of grammar. Like, we're still trying to, like, say some sense to this guy. And he says, LMAO, criticize me, but made a mistake yourself. It's crit much. And, you know, people, I mean, nobody's perfect. People make, spelling mistakes. And then I'm trying to reason, and, what you're saying is really ignorant. I don't care if you get reported or not. You must be pretty sad if you waste your time spreading AIDS on group chats where people going through hard times genuinely talk to each other about their problems. Telling people to end it is actually illegal, so you might think what you're doing is a little joke, when it's actually called cyberbullying. Do you know what that even means? I bet you don't. Now, fuck off and go do something productive. Like, it got moderated, obviously, but, like, this person's cussing too, so, they're guilty all the same about that. But, yeah, he's literally spreading AIDS on group chats, and he's telling people to kill themselves. He's being a bitch, and, yeah. He says, LMAO! I know it's more than you can imagine, dear. I don't care if it's legal. I already know I'm going to jail sooner or later. And tell me to do something productive when you're not doing anything productive yourself. Like, this guy is butthurt as fuck. Like, I don't know who hurt him, but he's on these chats in the groups because he knows. Like, I even blocked this guy, and it doesn't change the fact that he goes on these groups and he knows that even if he gets blocked, he can still talk on these group chats. And so it's really hard to get rid of these people, and that I'm trying to get contact with the admins and the owner, and they're not really active, so he won't really get kicked by them anytime soon, because you can't private message them or anything, so they're not gonna do anything about it. I guess they're not active or anything. They're never in the chat anyways. But us members that don't have that power to get rid of him, all we can do is report, and Roblox doesn't do shit about it. So anyone who's watching this or who's in these groups, please report this guy. Like, he is literally a cancer tumor. And he says, LMAO, oh yeah, I said that. Illegal, you criticized me even though you can't spell illegal. He was talking to Dark Pug. Dark Pug, I guess he spelled illegal wrong. Which, but he's not wrong though. Like, it is illegal. Like, you just look it up. If you think cyberbullying isn't illegal, if you're watching this and you've done this before, fuck you. Like, stop. Like, what are your morals? Like, what makes you want to do this so bad? Like, I swear, this guy has a fetish for this shit. He's like, oh no, I'm so scared. What will I do? Ellie, thank you for that. Okay, so I was saying, I was just doing homework because I was. How about you? Telling innocent people to kill themselves? You're not a doctor. You don't know everything. A lot of these people are suffering mentally, including myself. So assuming we just want attention is quite dumb. Of course we want attention. We feel alone and useless. Not that you care, though. I don't know who hurt you, but you sure love causing damage like the brain tumor you are. Like, seriously, I'm trying to tell this person off, but he doesn't give a shit at all. He's like, LMAO, thank you for that kind compliment. On my main, I've actually helped people, and I'm helping someone now. Of course, we all just like to have a little fun once in a while and cause some damage, don't we? I don't know who he is. I don't know what cult this guy's a part of, but he likes to say he helps people, but he's doing the opposite here. He's telling people to kill himself. I do not believe shit he just said, trying to take credit for believing someone. I don't know what his main is, but if he really helps people in his main, he is two-faced as fuck. Like, seriously. This guy needs some mental help. He should be in asylum if what he's saying is real. I don't know if he's just trolling anymore, because he's like, seriously, like, this is just cancerous. This is awful. Like, not just cancerous. I'm not even joking. This guy is, like, telling people to end their lives. Like, is that a fucking joke? Like, anyone who has any sense does not want people to kill themselves. Like, being mad at someone's one thing, but seriously, like, me and Dark Pud are trying to reason with this guy, but he just won't listen, so, and he continues to say LMAO in all his sentences, so please, report him. I'm saying this. I cannot stress this enough. Report him, to the point he gets IP banned, so he cannot harass these people anymore, and me, and my friends. So, I said, y'all, let's ignore this. I forgot what I said. They clearly don't understand what we go through. And I guess he's responding to Big Fat Man. And I said, you don't seem like the kind of person who helps people. All you hope people do is hate themselves more. If that's seriously an accomplishment to you, you need some help. Like, he seriously needs some help. Like, I'm genuinely concerned for this guy's mental health. Like, I don't know if he's depressed too, but he seems to have some resentment towards depressed people, like anyone who's mentally ill, because like he always thinks like we just want attention. And if you have any sense at all, if you understand mental illness or you have it yourself, you would know. Like, it's not that simple. Like, of course we want attention. We feel alone. Like, we need people more than we ever did. And this guy's just like making it like a joke. And yeah, like, it really breaks my heart to see all this in chats. And so for a person who helps other people, you sure love doing the opposite. And I don't care if you take that as a compliment. Like, I don't give a flying fuck anymore. Like, he takes everything as a compliment. I bet, like, when he sees that big fat ban on his account, he'll laugh at that and just make another account. Like, please, we need to get this guy IP banned so that, I don't know if he has VPN, but if he doesn't, this should work if we actually get him IP banned. Like, any account he makes and goes on these groups and harasses people and tells people to kill themselves, like, seriously, Roblox needs to do something about this. It's supposed to be a safe place. It's supposed to be kid-friendly, too. And this guy is cussing, too, as well. Not that much, but still. And, he clearly doesn't get what we're going through. And, yeah, so sorry if I'm ranting, but you gotta know that this is not acceptable. Like, none of this is acceptable. Like, he's taking trolling way too fucking far if he's just a troll. Like this guy's he's probably a psychopath in real life. He's like, LMAO, I do need help and I admit that. Like I said, we gotta have fun and do a little damage to people once in a while. Well, do a little damage? Telling people to kill themselves is a little damage? What the fuck? This guy has, like, no feelings at all. Besides, like, you know, whatever craziness is going on. And so me and Dark Pug continue to try to get this guy to fuck off. And he's like, and I'm fine with that. Nobody needs to know what the hell I've been and what I'm going through. Enough of that, though. Everybody has to have some fun. And this is my fun. Well, it's not fun to tell people to kill themselves. That's way too far. Anyone with any good morals at all knows, like, cyberbullying is not a little fun. It's way more just a little, like, damage. Like, that some of these people here have killed themselves and they're about to kill themselves. And I'm concerned for these people. I've befriended this group and I don't want to lose them, and this guy could be the cause of it. I mean, I know they're already depressed and that greatly contributes to it. I know what that's like. I have had suicidal thoughts and tendencies before, which I'm not going to talk about. But seriously, like, this guy is just, like, what's he trying to do? Like, start a freaking Roblox genocide or something? Like, get rid of all the people who are vulnerable? Like, seriously. And we're continuing to try to get this guy to see shit. And he's like, LMAO, so this is where I get concerned. What's going on? He's like, murder sounds fun. The screaming of your victim as you slowly end them. Hell, that make a good ASMR. Seriously, this guy is a fucking murder fetish. Like, seriously. And he continues to put down his murdering fantasies. And apparently he only has one parent. So he's only got one person that could save him from this bullshit. And so I'll allow you to pause the video if you want to read all these. I'll continue to scroll up. And he says, autistic people are trash. And as a person who's mildly autistic myself, that's like, oh my gosh, like, why do you have to, like, come after people for something they can't control? I can't control what I have. Like, I got this from my dad. Like, no joke, my dad's autistic too. And he's actually abusive, and I'll make a video about that. But anyways, but it's all genes. Like, I cannot control what I have. I can't control what disorders I have. I can't control, like, depression or autism or dyspraxia or anything I have. Like, it's seriously the worst. And yeah. And I also don't agree with these people who, like, make it an aesthetic. Like, they make depression and anxiety, like, aesthetics, and I hate it. Like, it's not something cute or romantic or any of that. Stop romanticizing it. And it's just horrible to see. Like, it's just toxic. But they don't know what they're doing. They're usually teenagers, and I'm about to be a teenager myself, and I'm pretty young, so, but who cares? So, like, seriously, don't romanticize mental illnesses or any of that. There's people who actually deal with those, and they would not like that. Some people think of that as a way to cope, but I personally don't. I don't think it's something that should be romanticized or like something cute. But anyways, but yeah, this video is getting pretty long, but yeah, Dark Pug loses his shit. I mean, I don't blame him. Like, he's saying like the worst things, and I think this guy belongs in a mental asylum. If anything he's saying applies to him in real life. But yeah, and I'm sure it jumps in eventually too. And he's starving himself or herself. I don't know what gender they are. And I'm really concerned for these people. Like, these people are supposed to be, you know, living their lives happily, and so am I. And this just can be helped sometimes, you know. And like, people like these, people like bigfatman28482 are seriously probably part of the reason people commit suicide anyway. Like, cyberbullying is not a fucking joke. It's not something that's supposed to be a little funny, just a little joke, just a harmless playing around, causing a little damage. That's not a little damage. You're telling people to kill themselves. I'm sorry if this was a rant, but at the same time, like, you need to report this guy. Get this big fat fuck banned, IP banned. Like, seriously. He has like one friend, Zaxor, he's a fanboy of them, I guess. But like, so he's joined several groups, or like a couple groups, and I don't know about the Triple X Tentacion, let's see that one. But I don't know what he's saying. Yeah, he's making fun of X, who was dead, and I personally like his music. I like him as an artist, you know. So, but this guy likes trolling people, making fun of people for like their interests or their illnesses and stuff like that, and that's fucked up. Like, seriously, if you do this, like, what the hell is wrong with you? Like, you need to seek some help. So this guy likes to harass people and tell them to end it and stuff like that, and it's just heartbreaking, you know. And I find it very hard to believe someone like this guy, Big Fat Man anyway, would, on his main, he helps people. Why would a cyberbully help people? If you help people, you should continue doing that, not like telling people to end their lives. Like, that is seriously like one of the worst things you could do. Like, you don't know how much damage that could cause. Like, he's telling everyone in this group to kill themselves, which means he's told me to kill myself, which is I do not find funny at all, because I've wanted to kill myself and I've come very close to it before. So, anyways, just please get this guy banned and make sure Roblox sees this. If you work for Roblox or anything, please do everything you can to get rid of this guy. And anyone you see doing the same shit he does, please get him banned, IP banned, so he does not continue to make these people's lives more miserable. And cyberbullying is not a fucking joke. It's not. So stop believing it is if you do. Anyways, I've done all I can. I've reported this guy several times, and I hope you do too. Please get rid of this guy. Try to comfort and console the people in these groups that are struggling with mental illnesses and stuff like that. Try to, you know, help them recover from the damage this guy does. So please. And if you're an admin or owner of any of these groups, please get rid of him. Please kick him from the groups. And so I think I made my point. Alright, have a nice day. Get rid of this guy, and goodbye.